the global leading holistic health guru, भारत में इक्विपमेंट फ्री ट्रेनिंग के अग्रदूत, 24 घंटों में स्विमिंग सिखाने के विश्व रिकॉर्ड होल्डर, भारतीय टेलीविजन और रेडियो पर वेलनेस को लाने वाले पहले शख्स, वेलनेस जॉनर में सोशल मीडिया की बादशाह, होलिस्टिक हेल्थ कैटेगरी में विकिपीडिया पर आने वाले एकमात्र एशियन जिन्होंने ट्रेन किया है बॉलीवुड के सितारों को, बड़े बड़े रईसों को, जाने माने नेताओं को और मुंबई पुलिस को, जिन्होंने भारत को कई मिस वर्ल्ड और मिस यूनिवर्स दिए, भारत के सबसे बड़े होलिस्टिक हेल्थ पोर्टल के संचालक, an author, a philosopher, an institution, the brand, the dream life coach, the legendary Mickey Mehta.
Hi, this is Mickey Mehta, your holistic health guru. For Silverline Prestige School, Ghaziabad, I'll do a live webinar for all the parents. Responsible parenting to make our children tomorrow's champions, heroes, and leaders. Champions are born out of challenges. And yes, I'm going to challenge you a bit to get your child optimized, every child development maximized, child energized to get every child Mickey-mized.
Hello friends, I'm your host Naman Jain. I'm the Director Development for Silverline Prestige School. I'm so glad to have Dr. Mala Kapoor with us, co-hosting this webinar. This beautiful and engaging and fun webinar called Gyan Masti by Dr. Mickey Mehta. And we have the popular, the dynamic coach, Dr. Mickey Mehta. He needs no introduction. He has coached so many celebrities. He has coached so many billionaires. And here he's here with us to give his gyan in a form of masti to all the Silverline parents and the Silverline kids. Welcome, sir. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you so much.
First question I wanted to ask you, in the conversations that you and me were having earlier, it seemed that your daughter is very old, your children are very old, but from your look of your face, it seems that you're only a couple of years older than I am, probably 35 or 36. What's your secret?
My daughter is, of course, 24. She'll be 25 this December. And ये secret वाली जो बात है ना, ये खुल्लम खुल्ला है. I'm a promoter of holistic health. अच्छा खाता हूँ, अच्छा पीता हूँ, अच्छा सोता हूँ, हंसता हूँ, हंसाता हूँ, गाता हूँ, गुनगुनाता हूँ, नाचता हूँ. Now, if that isn't good enough secret for good health, then I'll tell you more. I'm a vegetarian. That's a very big secret for good health. I'm a very optimistic person in attitude. That's one more secret for good health. I always reach out and connect to people. That is one more secret for good health and healing. So you must know health is only not about medicines and exercise and food. It's all about your attitude. It's all about your behavioral science. It's all about compassion, bhavna. It's all about sensitivity, samvedanshilta. It's all about sahanbhuti, compassion, empathy, sympathy, benevolence, philanthropy. It's all about kampan, vibration. And सुबह सुबह नाश्ते में मैं हवा खाता हूँ यार. ताज़ी हवा खाता हूँ तो उससे सेहत अच्छी होती है और उसके साथ साथ सूर्य की किरणों का ऑमलेट खाता हूँ. So that completely envelopes me, the sun rays in the morning. And then I have lots of herbs and lots of fruits. And my exercise is like monkey business. Jumping, turning, twisting, bouncing. So मैं बंदर की तरह बहुत उछल कूद करता हूँ. और जो बंदर की जिसमें बंदर की एटीट्यूड भी रहेगी ना तो उससे बुढ़ापा बहुत दूर रहता है.
Now, that's the question I have for you. Is when all of us stuck in this lockdown, the entire world is stuck in this lockdown, we need your help. The children need your help now more than ever. How to take the sunrise, the sun rays omelette every single morning? How do you jump around every single morning, to keep yourself fit and healthy?
So let me tell you that a good flower can blossom well in a good garden. Well looked after garden, well nurtured garden. A good fruit will become sweeter in a well-nurtured environment, a well-nurtured orchard. Similarly, a good child for its blossoming needs an environment of good parents and good hands to nurture them. Very important, hands that watch. So it is like every parent is a kumbhar. वो गीली मिट्टी को बाहर से सपोर्ट देते हैं, and the मिट्टी knows how to take its own shape, what it's born for. It's the unfolding of the genetic pattern, but the kumbhar only supports it from outside and makes sure that the shape is even, sound, complete, wholesome, and holistic. That's number one. Now let's recognize and identify who and what children are all about. Our children are the leaders, champions, achievers of tomorrow, visionaries of tomorrow, heroes of tomorrow. Why do I say that? Because future is always defined by the new generation. So the new generation will shape our future. Now, if this new generation is nurtured with everything they need to do in terms of food, in terms of absorption of sunshine, absorbing all the elements. Can you imagine? जब पहले के जमाने में बच्चे गुरुकुल में सीखते थे, okay, जैसे शांति निकेतन, one example, okay, Nalanda. So there they used to listen to the chirping of the birds, they used to see the birds free, and they would feel free. They would look at the open white sky, blue, and they would feel vastness inside them. When they would see the deep green in the trees, they would see fertility within them. They would identify with fertility within them. When they would smell the grass, the wet earth, and the flowers around, they would become fragrant by themselves. When they would nurture themselves only on whole grains, fruits, they would become sweet and nourish themselves. Now this is missing. So children are gods in seed form, which we need to nurture, give them sunshine, rain, water, earth, love, compassion, sympathy, attention, empathy, for them to become the Jesus, the Christ, the Krishna, the Muhammad, the Zarathustra, the Buddha, the Mickey Mehta. So let's watch our children sleep. Let's watch our children awake. Let's watch our children's books and bags. Now, watching is not stalking. Watching is being aware as to what's happening in your child's life. Watching is not controlling. Watching is simply being alert to course correct if at all एक छोटा कदम गलती से कहीं और पड़ जाए तो उसको करेक्ट करने में बिल्कुल देर नहीं लगती और बच्चे को पता भी नहीं चलेगा आपने करेक्ट कर दिया. 20 कदम आगे निकल गया बच्चा तो बहुत मुश्किल पड़ जाएगी.
So I think Dr. Mala Kapoor, he is here with us. She has so much experience dealing with children. She has so much experience dealing with their parents. Not so much so that she has seen so many children who are our students become the parents now, joining the parent community. Ma'am, I would like you to please share and ask your thoughts. What are the problems today's parents are facing? Mickey ji has touched a very important point here about being aware. So can you direct your question which answers our parents' problems in a more deeper fashion?
माला जी का अनुभव सर आंखों पर.
Hi, Mickey.
Hi.
Great to be here. Let's see how much use we can make out of this session. I'm very sure with your power, with your energy, it will be really fruitful. My biggest concern is because nowadays WhatsApp is very prevalent and it is teaching, telling, sharing things and all. But direct from your mouth, when they listen, I'm sure they will benefit. The biggest problem, what I see from parents' point of view, not an educator or not a wellness coach, This is how to control children's temptations. This is the
Great.
biggest thing. And especially the screen time, the online, whereas we have to teach them online and they are actually online, they have their phone, their laptop, internet is available. But the temptations, this is very difficult for a child to control the temptation, to do something funny, to misuse, to overuse. So tell me.
So here a very good Hindu Sanatan Dharma sanskar comes to my mind. Primarily, you may not be able to directly connect, but I will create the connect. From Sankalp to Siddhi, from Sankalp to Siddhi, from Sankalp to Shrishti, from Sankalp to Drishti.
Wow.
These are very primary premises for our children's development. Now let's come to something very practical. Now the restlessness and the wants, the lures and the desires are all rooted in the restlessness of the child. Now let us come to the restlessness of the child. Every child hasn't slept well in ages. In the last 100 years, ever since electricity, radio, then television, then mobile phones, then internet, then web series. Ever since the influx of that in the last 100 years, children haven't slept well. Most of the children have problems which are could be said very mild psychiatric problems which are sorted, could be sorted and could be handled. And by the time they grow up, they're all sorted. But what happens is that if we as parents create a kind of environment, Vatavaran. Vata kyun bolte hai Vatavaran? Because the quality of air around. And it's not the real quality of air of oxygen, that also, but the quality of air of wisdom, air of Anand, joy, no push-pull, no anxiety, no fear. Because children are nothing but, at least from 0 to 5, their mirror neurons, they pick up everything without reasoning and analyzing. So everything that they've picked up from the parent is being replayed by their field, by their energy field, because it is stored in the subconscious. Now you'll be surprised that not just 0 to 5, I would say 0 to 9, then 0 to 5. So in the 9 months that a child is conceived, a child is absorbing like a sponge everything without discriminating. You and me can discriminate what content we want, what content we don't want, what we should be influenced by, what we shouldn't. But a child cannot discriminate until 7, at least. So that is problem number 1. So we parents don't filter the environment, and we have to use our discretion to filter in all the energy and information which gets inside a child's mind, heart, eyes, ears, nose, mouth. Food is also energy and information, if you must know.
Yeah, yes.
So now let's begin with that. Today's children breathe very shallow. If you were to test, 60% of the children will be Mantox positive, weak chest. And this is alarming to know because their lungs are not working to the full capacity. So let's say 150 years back, before industrialization, or 200 years back, when children would be out in the open, very naturally they would deep breathe. But wherever there is saturation of carbon dioxide, the human consciousness refrains from breathing deep. So thus it breathes shallow. So classrooms, air conditioned, homes, air conditioned, cars, air conditioned. So we have to keep changing the Vatavaran, openness.
So Mickey ji, this is a real problem. This is the world that we live in. There is no way around it. So what are the exact...
I'm coming. So, yahan par there is a problem. So how we can balance this is that increase the PT time. I'm working very closely with a JBCN group of schools. I did some sessions for Cathedral School. I did some sessions from Gopi Birla School. And I've been working with very many other schools also. So I've come to an understanding where we keep the doors and windows of the classrooms open when it is not very hot. Not extremely hot. That's number one. Number two, their playtime should double up. You must look into their playtime, which should never fall immediately after meals. Okay? They should have an assembly where there is a prayer. Collective consciousness rises with prayers when children do that. I've gone through schools like that, so thankfully I'm seeded with that. Then, with whatever school, however rich the school is, I have seen that the food is of the most third degree. Forgive me, I've not seen a food, but I'm saying 80-90%. क्योंकि वहां पर भी पास्ता पिज्जा पहले चलता है, वहां पर भी कप केक्स चलते हैं, वहां पर भी सब चलता है, sandwiches. So what are we doing to our children? Where is the पौष्टिकता जिससे दिमाग की बत्ती खुले, जिससे हमारी वृत्तियां खुल जाए, जिससे हमारी इंद्रियां जागृत हो जाए, जिससे हमारा बोध ज्ञान जागृत हो जाए. तो उसके लिए we will have to work out, or sorry, you will have to work out. I don't know, you may be serving the best food, I'm sure, could be. Your school could be serving the food with sattva gun, at the same time delicious, at the same time nutritious, not serving the appies and the peppies of the world, the Tetra Paks at all, completely zero, because sugar loading makes a child lethargic. Processed, preserved, flavored food kills the enthusiasm of the child's life and life force. But once again, the digestive system becomes lethargic. So, change the orientation of the food at home, and actually PTAs should work together. I'm telling you, brother, if you need any help, I'll be there. I'll be there for your school to upliftment, because children are the most passionate thing I'm passionate about. Most passionate subject, because they are going to be this universe's future. And even if we can bring out one Obama, one Modi, one Einstein, one George Bernard Shaw, I'll be very happy. Okay, so that was about food. About activity, I said they should have playful activity. The child is very morose today. A child rarely laughs today. A child can rarely sing today. So we have to bring those things, because singing is the best pranayam. And singing is very viral in terms of happiness and joy quotient. So for those who do satsangs, choirs, church choirs, satsangs, they all are very emotionally, very happy people. So that was about food, activity, exercise. Now very important is the connect with the parents. At least with one parent, almost 24 hours. So if there are two working parents because they can't make two ends meet, then yes, of course, parents have to work. But if you're coming from very affluent and very happy, very comfortable families, then of course, when children are away, mothers can work. But when children are back, it is not a mother's solemn duty to look after a child. No. It is the most beautiful thing to see a flower grow in your garden every day before you, every moment. It is such a wonderful gift. And a husband can give to his wife that you don't worry about anything. You be happy, you be comfortable, and be creative with the family. It's not about a chore, brother? It's not about a duty. It's about nourishing. It's about looking after the temple we call home. Keeping it fragrant, keeping it sweet, keeping it vibrant, keeping it happy. So yes, of course, when children are in school, the parents can certainly engage in, like mothers can engage in all creative and professional activity, but try your best. But for those who need to do it, of course, primary is supporting your family. That's primary. I agree. I completely agree. But nevertheless, increase the connect of the child with something called divinity. Now I'm coming to the most integral part, critical part. Give them the stories of legends, heroes. If you're a Hindu, Hanuman, Arjuna, Krishna, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. If you're a Muslim, tell them stories about Muhammad, about good stories about. If you're a Catholic, tell them stories about Christ and fables, and whichever religion you're born in. So very important, tell them, inspire them with legendary stories, incentivize their lives. Whatever you expect them to eat, you first eat yourself. And make that eating very celebratory together after.
You know, I'm really intrigued by what you have said about the connection between the child and the parent. You know, obviously we all know that, you know, when we are dealing with younger children, it is a different strategy altogether. But as the child grows, the strategy completely changes. So obviously during the regular times, when the times were normal, situation was very much controlled by the external factors, such as, you know, school being open, the child has to go to school, so they have to sleep in time, they have to wake up early, they have to go to school, they have to complete a set of chores every single day. You know, when now all our children are homebound, now all the school classes are being conducted on the internet, a child could not be taking even a shower, not even brushing a teeth, and just waking up, opening the laptop and starting to attend the classes. One of the problems that we really faced is with the older children. You know, their sleep cycles are very disturbed. They are not following the regular sleeping pattern. I have known so many kids who have come up and said that we realize this is a problem, we want to solve it, but we just can't sleep early anymore because नींद नहीं आती है रात को. So what should the children, the older children, do in order to get back and have that routine during these times?
So we must know that, of course, champions are born out of challenges. These are challenging times. The era we live in is a challenging time itself. Forget the COVID-19 lockdown.
Yeah.
The era we live in, it's a super fast-paced, the trajectory, rocket-paced life. Okay, so champions are born out of challenges, and extraordinary are those who know that there is something within them which is superior to circumstance. Now, you must know that human consciousness is superior to everything, superior to circumstance. You must also know that on the ladder of evolution, only a man can rise above gods and fall below animals. So what we should do, first of all, I don't think maybe strategy is an appropriate word. You would say way of life. So the way of life in the current days should be that you must rationalize and ration everything after having communicated face to face, properly expressed, reasoned well, everything with the children about a timetable, a very flexible timetable, but by and large which falls in place. Okay, you can't be asking a child to do an IT fast and you could be locked up in a room and watching Netflix on a binge, right? That's number one. So you have to calibrate this in a way that the whole family is synchronized in all activities together so that the influence perpetuates and it is infectious and that becomes viral. So, you know how things reach a critical mass? It starts with seeding, it starts with leading by example, it starts with seeing somebody enjoying it, and it starts with larger interest prevailing. So when larger interest prevails and the child's subconscious picks it up and the child is not feeling the only one punished to do it, so then what happens? It's a pleasure or it becomes a punishment. It should never be a pain. Everything, why I said that you must, sing mantras, sing songs, that all learning should be experiential, not theoretical, no hypothesis. It should be experiential. As the child is learning, the blood, marrow, bone of the child absorbs it and that will never be forgotten. गाना गा के जो बच्चा सीखेगा, गाते गाते हंसते हंसते वो बहुत अच्छा सीखेगा. उदाहरण के साथ जो सीखेगा, inspiration के साथ जो सीखेगा. So now let's move to life before lockdown and presumably what paranoid humanoid life of the child which will come after lockdown. So the Gallup's statistical report says that from the time the child wakes up to the time the child is in the bus, the child gets only 35 minutes.
So, you know what happens? Typically, a disco drama starts at home. The children are pulled out. The child gets pulled like this. And the child is constantly doing like this. And he looks so cute, but you can't spend time hugging and kissing him because you have to strip him down, put him on a pot, put a brush inside, give him a shower. And he's hardly got the call of the nature, and you pull him out, dry him up. Somebody's making him wear the shirt. Somebody's pushing cornflakes inside. Somebody's tying the shoelace. And he can barely go and pray and do jai jai or take blessings of the seniors. And he has to run, the door is open, the bus is honking. So this is the dilemma. But we can change this dilemma. So what we can do, that as a family, if the family begins to practice Anushasan, disciplining, but the disciplining which comes as an offering, not as a sacrifice, which happens with love. So if the family begins to sleep at 10:30, 11, then these 35 minutes can go up to 1 hour, 10 minutes. So you get 35 more minutes. And when you get these extra 35 minutes, you know what all things are possible. A clean stomach bowel action is possible. So immunity grows. Otherwise, the child's immunity keeps getting compromised. The child keeps getting cough cold. You know why? Because the quelling of toxins is not balanced and heightened, satisfactory. So it plays up in boils, acne, oily skin. Okay, it plays up in running nose, cough cold, headaches. So for that problem is solved. Number two, the child will get adequate time to eat a very peaceful breakfast so that while he is eating the breakfast, the viscera is not constricted. So while he is eating the breakfast, the digestive juices are flowing to receive it. And he's eating healthy breakfast. And for all that matter, I would recommend and suggest that fruits to be given, especially in summers. In super cold winters, yes, you can give him upmama, poha, but at least initially give him a shot of a pomegranate juice or 60 to 80 ml of orange juice. Then he goes through shower, everything, and then by the time it's 1 hour, he can eat a small breakfast. You understand? Yeah. And most importantly, taking the blessings of the parents, hugging with the parents, hugging with the grandparents, and walking out with a smile, baste ke saath. Happily going to school. So, ऐसा कुछ जादू हो जाए. I mean, I've gone through. I mean, I haven't been a super perfect parent myself, but my experience I can share. And I'm becoming a better parent by the day. By the day. So it is about, I can understand the parents are not bad. It is the helplessness of the society we are in. So what happens typically? A housewife typically, poor thing, she really works hard all day. And after she finishes work, she likes to enjoy her WhatsApp, talking with her sister, her mother, her friends, catching up. So all this happens. All what I'm trying to say is we can do a little bit of balancing act and dhire, everything will fall in place. I'm telling you, it is exactly a 90-day journey. If you want everything to get synchronized, well orchestrated harmoniously, in 90 days you can do aage piche, and you can make two ends meet very well. If you remember in olden times, we used to hear Binaka Geet Mala on shortwave Ceylon. So those radios were valve-based radios. You had to turn them around very slowly, tune them very slowly. So all this requires slow tuning, fine tuning.
So what I'm understanding is you're saying that whatever routines, whatever changes that we want to imbibe in our children during the regular time, same rules and same concepts apply during this time as well. It's just the mode that has changed.
Very much. But I also say that in regular times, weekends are the time to take your children out in the open. Parks, zoos, gardens, orchards, walk by the lakeside. They have to experience sunshine, sunset, connect with the nature, connect with the elements, the fire, earth, ether, water, akasha, stars, moons, and the relevance of that in our life. The relevance of the ecosystem. That, typically what happens, for an example, I'll tell you that in Brahma Muhurat, why people say Brahma Muhurat is the best, that students and children become most intelligent if they sleep by 9 and wake up in Brahma Muhurat. That
you know, just about when the sun is going to rise. Only the indication, feeling of it, with that the trees begin to emanate oxygen in celebration. No sooner the trees begin to emanate oxygen, the flowers become more fragrant, the birds begin to chirp, taking in that oxygen. The whole atmosphere and environment is charged with intelligence, intelligentsia. Not that I expect children to wake up at 4:35. I'm just saying. So, but when on weekends, when you get time, take them out in the sun. So once in the morning and one day in the evening. Give them the experience of the contrast, because experience is by contrast. And then continuity of that experience will make them very sensitive. Otherwise, today's children are becoming overtly pragmatic, overtly practical, insensitive in nature. They rarely know how to share. They first see, what about me? They hold on. They've learned to hold on because they've seen the society holding on. Then we have to take children to homes, NGOs, make them realize the underprivileged and their privileges. Show them compassion, sympathy, empathy, teach them to share. And that's the way, you know, gradually, but don't forget to tickle your children. Don't forget to play Antakshari with your children. Don't forget to hug them, roll with them, cuddle with them, you know, say a few lovely words in their ears and dance and joy, jump with them at home. Don't forget to do all that.
So, Dr. Kapoor, I remember you telling so many questions that are coming in from the parents.
Please
You're
come.
asking about all the habits the children must follow, the exercises and the eating habits. Would you like to shed light on those questions, and maybe Mickey ji can help us with?
Yes, I think बच्चों को पालना, rearing children, raising children is a tapasya.
It is.
और अगर हमारे पेरेंट्स ने हमारे साथ वो तपस्या की है, तो हम बहुत आसानी से उस तपस्या को रिपीट कर लेंगे. ये एक बहुत आइडियलिस्टिक सोच हो सकती है, जो कि नए बच्चों से, नए पेरेंट्स से कम उम्मीद है. बहुत से ऐसे हैं जो बहुत आइडियलिस्टिक, अच्छी रूटीन लाइफ जीते हैं. वैसे पेरेंट्स की भी बहुत नंबर है, पर मुश्किल उन्हीं पेरेंट्स को आती है जिनको किसी वजह से अपना रूटीन रखने में मुश्किल है. वो बच्चों का रूटीन कैसे सेट करेंगे, सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम है.
So here, you know, Mrs. Mala, what comes to my mind is that if you see a juggler who has 6 lemons up in the air and 2 in hands. Now this is a matter of prayas, abhyas, shraddha, saburi. कसौटी तो है, एक कोई प्रकार की आहुति भी होगी. क्यों? क्योंकि बच्चे ईश्वर का रूप है. तो ईश्वर की पूजा में कोई कसर ना रह जाए, बस.
Exactly, that's what I mean to say.
You know, there I would say that you cannot go whole hog everything that I've said in one day. So you chalk out your gray areas and your challenges and take your 90-day period to course correct that, and trust me, you will stumble, fall, but you will stand up again. And I promise you, anybody who does that with love, anybody who does that with a great sense of grace and offering, and anybody who seeks divine intervention in this happening, trust me, not just that they will come on mark, but they will transcend all boundaries of idealism as well. They will transcend. And I'm sure every parent is capable of making their child a world leader in some way or the other, a world thought leader, an influencer, an achiever, a champion, may it be sports, may it be music. The biggest problem with the parents is that the parents' expectations, because a particular parent couldn't attend to a guitar class or play good chess, they will make sure that the child will go for the guitar class and may play chess, even if the child's aptitude is not designed genetically for the same. So that would be waste of a time. That would be walking in the west to find sunrise. So find out the aptitude of your child and try and hone those skills. And when you try and hone those skills, trust me, your child will become a champion of sorts because his genetic expression will ubhar ke aayega. It will explode and he will shine. He will come alive. He will not be inhibited. You make him do something he's not born for, inhibitions will grow. But you make him do something which he identifies with, relates to, he will be so happy doing it. He will come alive. So
Absolutely.
it takes a while to identify that. So I run vocational guidance programs between 8th and 12th, where I interview children, mass interviews, and I understand their vocational capacity and aptitude, and then I advise teachers and parents, and then we work together. Not that it falls 100%, but 95%, 95%, it is bang on. It is bang on. Now, this is exactly what is soul searching. But I would certainly say that incorporation of music is very important. Incorporation of self-defense, my experience with teaching self-defense to girls in schools has been so great. Timid girls have become bold. Timid girls, their concentration and focus has grown. Timid girls' self-esteem has grown. Where girls are subjugated at home, they go back home and begin to converse and begin to express. So all these programs are altering not just the psyche of a person, these are life-altering perspectives of molding characters and personalities. Once again, heroes, champions, achievers, and leaders of tomorrow.
Wonderful. मैं आपकी बात से बिल्कुल I really agree on that point कि वातावरण की आपने बात कही थी, and over here also we say to teach children something. You cannot teach a child really, but you only have to create a learning environment. So वही वातावरण उसके आसपास जब वो उसका कंजीनियल होगा, जितना हम नेचर के करीब होंगे उतना ही हम बच्चा भी हमारा नेचर के करीब होगा. और ये जो एक जद्दोजहद है पेरेंट्स की आजकल के नेचर के करीब रहें कि सिंथेटिक लाइफ, आर्टिफिशियल लाइफ, वेब की लाइफ, सो बहुत जबरदस्त पेरेंट्स के लिए, सबके लिए एक चैलेंज है हाउ टू कीप द बैलेंस. तो वो ट्रिक बताइए आप, रूटीन कैसे बनाना.
मैं जहां पर भी कंसल्टेशन करता हूं वास्तु के लिए या एस्ट्रोलॉजिकल नेविगेशन के लिए, फॉर करियर्स, फॉर रिलेशनशिप मैनेजमेंट, what I do, the first thing is I increase indoor plants. Increase life force, a relative relation to life force. Okay, then I put them to service, in service of indoor plants. I make sure there are colors. Then I make sure there are right paintings in the right positions for color vibrance and to stimulate. So these are archetypal energies, symbolic energies which communicate with you in the concrete jungle. They stimulate your psyche. They heal you emotionally. Especially when I work with terminally ill people, I create an environment where a person's life immediately changes in the same home, which was completely diametrically opposite earlier. So fragrance therapy, colors therapy, beautification, plants, vibrance, music going on, and moving a few things here and there. Okay, that makes world of a difference. Or environment mein, personality environment, so forgiving each other, hugging each other, blessing each other, saying a collective prayer, laughing together, and most importantly, the affected people, the ill people, like when I work with terminally ill people. When you give them more attention, your only attention will make them better first. Forget nutrition, forget sunlight, forget fresh air, forget yoga, forget Buddhism, forget chanting, tapa, japa. But the first thing which will make anybody all right who's terminally ill is lots of love. The body begins to heal. The biological response is homeostasis. The biological response is a perpetuation of the cells. Why? Because the cells are happy and they intend to live more.
Yes.
So Aristotle's hypothesis called teleology is an intended desire of a living organism with an objective of collective progressive outcome. Let's say there was only an ocean life first, only ocean life. There was nothing beyond ocean life. So when fishes were thrown ashore and they struggled to live, and their intent that how I wish I could fly. Maybe a millennia later, fishes became birds in the process of evolution. You understand what I'm trying to say? Just a human's intent. So there is a subject in biology called biological imperatives. Only a happy intent to live happily, to perpetuate joy and happiness itself is very healing for terminally ill people. Also, when I work with children who are born with genes of parents with diabetes, hypertension, cancer, bronchitis, TB, there also pure happiness, joy, singing, laughter, and of course, specific exercises. So species specific and constitution, prakriti specific. But primary to everything is upgrade your desires of wellness, upgrade your desires of harmony, upgrade the desires of your achievements, upgrade the desires of your dream, upgrade the landscape of the desires of your harmony, peace. That how if there's a family of 5, what is it that each person will do to upgrade the happiness quotient of the family? I mean, it is a task, but it's an enjoyable task. It is fun.
Absolutely. How close you are to Ayurveda? I have heard a lot
Very
that
cool. Deeply, I'm deep into Ayurveda. In fact, I use only Ayurveda or Ayurveda Nature Cure to treat all my cancer patients, asthma patients, hypertension, diabetes patients. And I'm telling you, where doctors mostly say that, people may not survive more than 2-3 months. We've given them life for 8 to 10 years, 15, 20 years. Me and my team, I have Ayurveda doctors working with me. It is only because A, divine grace. I can't take any credit for that. 2, I give all the credit to the science of Patanjali Sutras yoga, pranayama, asana, dhyana, dharana, pratyahara, samadhi, yama, niyama, all the 8 ashtangas. Then I give all the credit to the Vedic science of our Purans, Upanishad, Rig Veda. So I use everything from our Hindu Sanatan Dharma. For those who are Muslims and Christian, I apply their religious aspects of food and rituals to heal them. So it is about the change of language, not the change of science.
absolutely.
It is about the change of context, not the change of truth. Truth is constant.
Absolutely.
So this is what I do with Ayurveda. So Abhyangam literally takes care of 108 marma points in the body, and every massage, if done well, adds 1 month to your life. Every week of a proper pranayama adds 4 weeks to your life. So don't say he died because of destiny. You can be the co-creator of your destiny. We have legs to walk towards it, hands to make it, mind to perceive it, heart to achieve it, and a soul to achieve it also. Don't get helpless at the hands of destiny. God will help all those who are working, making every effort to make their own destiny creatively, productively, which is not selfish, and which also adds to the collective destinies, harmony, happiness, and health. So that should be the objective.
Mickey ji, this is a beautiful thought that you have touched upon. So 5 quick tips that the children in the entire family can practice every day from Ayurveda during these times to keep themselves healthy and
so lovely. I tell you that source good qualities of herbal teas, fresh herbal teas. Use very little ginger, use jaggery, some mint leaves, some lemongrass, और उसका उकाड़ा बना के दिन में 2 बार मिनिमम पीजिए, खाली पेट, सुबह और शाम. दूसरी बात कि you can go on good Ayurveda websites and you can make your own च्यवनप्राश. या तो एक दूध पापेश्वर का अच्छा च्यवनप्राश आता है, very good quality. दूध पापेश्वर is the highest. And I have many patients in Delhi because I come for consultation in Delhi, so I know my patients take it from there. In fact, you must know I'm in Delhi almost 2 to 3 times a month.
wow.
Many times. So that is there, च्यवनप्राश. Then number 2, देसी गाय का घी. वो आप नाक में भी डाल सकते हो. और उसका सेवन भी कर सकते हो। ओके, तीसरी बात व्यायाम और सूर्य की किरणें के साथ व्यायाम करना। चौथी बात, रात की नींद बहुत सुकून की हो, सुषुप्ति की गहरी हो, आनंदमय हो। और फैमिली को चैरिटी साथ में मिलके करनी चाहिए। अपने घर में मेड्स है, ड्राइवर्स है, सिक्योरिटी है, धोबी है, जितने लोग आते जाते हैं कॉलोनी में, सोसाइटी में, अगर आपके घर से खाना जाए, उनका पेट पहले भरे, तो आपके बच्चों की लंबी आयुष के लिए दुआएं आती रहेगी और उनकी मेटाबॉलिज्म और फिजियोलॉजी में बहुत फर्क पड़ेगा, क्योंकि इट इज एनर्जी। जैसे नजर एक एनर्जी है विच डिस्ट्रॉयज यू, वैसे आशीर्वाद एक एनर्जी है विच टेक्स यू टू द स्काई, अपलिफ्ट्स यू। तो ये सारी एनर्जीज को हार्नेस करनी चाहिए। साथ में मिलके हमको प्रेयर करनी चाहिए कि वरुणा, मित्रा, मारुति, सावित्री, ब्लेस अस ऑल। अग्नि, जल, पृथ्वी, आकाशा, वायु, हमारे पे ध्यान रखना, हमको साथ रखना, हमको खुश रखना। यू हैव टू कीप इन्वोकिंग। सी, दिस इज ऑल अबाउट आस्किंग, इंटेंडिंग, डिजायरिंग। और अच्छी चीज, हम तो बेशरम होके बुरी चीज भी मांग लेते हैं, तो अच्छी चीज मांगने में क्या शर्म है। और रिमेंबर, क्राइस्ट सेड दैट अलोन यू मे बी पावरफुल बट टुगेदर यू बिकम अ फोर्स। तो जो परिवार साथ में मिलके प्रार्थना करेगा, आभार के गीत गाएगा, मजा करेगा, साथ में खाना खाएगा, साथ में एटलीस्ट सैटरडे संडे थोड़ी बहुत वर्कआउट साथ में कर लेगा, वो घर में आयुष, लंबी आयुष रहेगी, वो घर में आरोग्य जीवन रहेगा, वो घर में हमेशा खुशहाली रहेगी, सुख शांति रहेगी, भंडार। और जो घर दान पुण्य रोज करेगा, वो घर में ईश्वर का भंडारा हमेशा लगा, हमेशा लगा।
The floor is open to so many people who are online and they're asking questions. So I want to just put across a question by
Please.
Mrs. Indu Sharma. उन्होंने ये पूछा है कि उनका बेटा 13 years का है and he's very good in academics, but he's very, very competitive and cannot accept any kind of defeat. For example, if he's playing Ludo or cricket with any of the parents or the siblings, even if whenever he loses, he cries a lot. What should the parents?
I'll tell you. तो इंदु शर्मा जी, मेरी एक अच्छी दोस्त है, इंदु साहनी जी, who was the principal of KC College for some 25-30 years. Great educationist. I have great respect for her. She dealt with her children with so much love that, you know, children just didn't want her to go. Anyway, now इंदु शर्मा जी, कहीं पे जाने अनजाने में inadvertently you would have seeded your joy in your child's winning. That's number one. You would have probably also seeded and expressed to be proud about your child's winning sometimes. It is fine. पर सबसे पहले बच्चों को खेल कूद में जब तक एक नशा और मजा नहीं आएगा, तब तक जीतने की आकांक्षा नहीं रहनी चाहिए. So first, make children get intoxicated into games, by the games. First, let them enjoy. You participate in games. Teachers should participate in games. So first, the game should be without winning or losing. No scores. Understood? एक बार बच्चा मजा करने सीख जाए, then you must teach the child कि बच्चे कोई कमजोर प्लेयर है तो उसको सपोर्ट करना. बच्चे कोई कमजोर टीम है तो सहानुभूति रखना. So and अगर कोई जीते तो उसकी खुशी में खुश रहना. Now ये एक संस्कार, ये ऐसे संस्कार हैं जिसको ब्रिटिशर्स ने जाने अनजाने में स्पोर्ट्समैन स्पिरिट बता दिया है. But that's not real sportsman spirit. The real sportsman spirit is, I really don't care who wins. I really want to know if everybody's enjoyed the game and there was no unfair behavior to anybody, towards anybody. So this is what we need to inculcate. This is what we need to inculcate. Very soon I'm going to be working with the Sports Authority of India in Delhi, and this is what I'm going to turn around. I'm going to bring about that how to make our children gunakari, sanskari, sahanshil, sahanbhuti, and enough joy for the other's victory as well.
जितने भी लोग हमारे साथ ऑनलाइन हैं, मैं सबसे गुजारिश करूंगा कि कोई भी आपके क्वेश्चन हैं, हमारे साथ मिकी जी हैं अवेलेबल. आप अपने क्वेश्चन्स फेसबुक की चैट के ऊपर लिख के आप पूछ सकते हैं. We have still have few minutes, 5 more minutes left.
I'll give you as much time. Don't worry. I'll give you. I love children, and my appeal to every parent: look deep into their lives with so much love. What an opportunity! You know, while my child was growing up, I was so busy in life. I regret that. I could have been less busier. I realized that. So cut down your social activity with a great, because thereafter, once they grow out of their childhood, they will not come close to you. They will not come and hug you. But if you hug them enough in the childhood, when they grow up, they'll come running and hug you more.
Mickey ji, one question I know, because so many parents come to us and ask the same question. Aggression बच्चों का कैसे कंट्रोल करें? मैम, इतना गुस्सा. Please reflect.
ठीक है जी. ये गुस्सा, you know, the anger emanates out of a hyper life. The push-pull, the life in a pressure cooker. So the eruption of the pressure cooker, तो सीटी बजती है, वो क्या है? Eruption है. तो गुस्सा एक eruption, एक let go है. तो emotional catharsis. So when I work with psychiatric students, bipolar or whichever, you know, schizophrenic or suicidal, I make them do emotional catharsis. Let them cry out loud. Let them cry out loud their pain. Let them scream out loud. And then after they cry out loud and scream out loud, you will realize that the breath rhythm comes back to rhythm. The erratic and staggered breath is because of the erratic and the staggered and the fragmented mind. Too many anxieties, too many fears and phobias to deal with. So wholesome, holistic, either laughter works with somebody or crying out loud works with somebody, singing works with somebody, but certainly don't make them punch on the punching bag, kick on the punching bag, they'll become more aggressive. It's a Western way. हमारे हिंदुस्तानी प्रथा में प्रेम के लिए जगह है, स्नेह के लिए जगह है, let out और let go के लिए जगह है. तो जो रोना है, emotional catharsis is a transformation of the highest side or highest point. So there is a science of autopoiesis. Autopoiesis suggests that's a science of perpetuity of life and life force. So emotional catharsis is one way of reorienting that, restoring that, resetting that button. And keep the children in healthy and happy communities. So the science of, you know, when birds fly together, why do birds bang together, pitch together, dive together? Because they are mentally connected. One mind, one organic connection. So they don't find out who's the leader. But the community brings about the immunity. Modern science is talking about herd immunity. The real herd immunity is when as many people stay at home, as many biorhythms get synchronized in that rhythm, it becomes one rhythm. Because there is one rhythm of laughter, one rhythm of joy, one rhythm of connectedness. So keep your children connected, especially children, those who are alone, they become angry more.
I'm so happy because this entire webinar आपने एक चीज से सब कुछ बांधा है, एक सूत्र में सब कुछ बांधा है, और आपने ये बोला है
एक समाधि बात.
हाँ, आपने एक ह्यूमन कनेक्ट के बारे में बात करी है कि जब तक हमारे पेरेंट्स और बच्चों के बीच में एक ह्यूमन कनेक्शन नहीं होगा तब तक कुछ नहीं है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल प्रगति जी ने, प्रियंका जी ने क्वेश्चन पूछा कि इन दिस चैलेंजिंग वर्ल्ड हमारी बच्चों की सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस और इम्यूनिटी कैसे बूस्ट हो. मैं इसका जवाब शायद मेरे को पहले मिल चुका है आपकी बातों से कि अगर हम अपने बच्चे को कनेक्ट करके रखेंगे तो ऑटोमेटिकली उनके अंदर कॉन्फिडेंस भी बूस्ट होगा. सो या
ऑफ कोर्स योग तो एक अच्छी प्रथा है जिससे सांस के द्वारा, बिकॉज एवरी आसन इज अ सीट ऑफ अवेयरनेस. हर आसन, चाहे भुजंगासन हो, वज्रासन हो, पर्वतासन हो, सर्वांगासन हो, धनुरासन हो, तो एक एक आसन इज अ सीट ऑफ अवेयरनेस. तो चलो बताते हैं कि भुजंगासन में क्या होता है. When your spine becomes straight and stimulated and stretched, और गला जब ऊपर जाता है, आंखें आकाश में गड़ जाती है, तो हमारे दोनों lobes, frontal lobes of our brains and both the sides, left and right sides of the brains are ignited. तो चाइल्ड का अलर्टनेस, फोकस, कंसंट्रेशन, क्योंकि नाग फोकस करके दसता है, तो भुजंगासन में जाना मगर दसना मत किसी को. So it is a seat of awareness for brightness, concentration, focus. चलो दूसरी बात एक समझ ली, धनुरासन. Now धनुरासन is a bow. Now try and understand that is a seat of awareness where on single point of your stomach the whole body is resting, and the energy and strength from the center is holding the whole body. So patience, dhairya, tolerance, tenacity, resilience grows. Also remember, it is not the arrow. Arrow takes all the credit. It is the bow. Without the bow, arrow can never shoot pinpoint. The bow allows you to align. So the bow allows you to focus. The children who will be in the bow position, looking straight, looking up, will always be focused. हाँ, फिर समझ लो चक्रासन में आपको वहां पर सेमी सर्कल में हो और सेंटर ऑफ ग्रेविटी आपके टेलबोन के करीब इर्द गिर्द है. You will align yourself with gravity, and the gravity which is used for sapping your energy is the same gravity which will give you urdhagaman, energy to flourish and prosper. And so the perfect balance of a child's mind comes in chakrasan, sarvangasan. So हमारे योग में इतनी शक्ति है, आपको उसका कोई आइडिया नहीं.
But just like what they say, Indians, they need a Western approval to agree to anything.
गधे हैं. हमारी हिंदुस्तानी प्रथा में, you know, in early 17s or 18s, the imperial medicine systematically discredited yoga and Ayurveda. This was the only way they could make us helpless without our sanskars. Because our strength comes from Ayurveda, makes us independent and healthy. So we would not have to depend on imperial medicine. And they wanted to bring in PT because yoga would keep us united. Yoga would keep us intelligent. So they discredited it, make sure every school didn't have it.
So basically आप एलोपैथी की मेडिसिन ना देके जो कि एक पर्टिकुलर प्रॉब्लम का क्विक फिक्स सॉल्यूशन देती है, आप जड़ से रूट कॉज जो है प्रॉब्लम का आप हटाने के आंसर्स दे रहे हैं जिससे कि लॉन्ग टर्म बेनिफिट मिले. जहां पर इतने सारे क्वेश्चंस ड्रॉप इन हो रहे हैं, यहाँ पर पेरेंट्स पूछ रहे हैं कि कैसे हम बच्चों के अंदर उनका बचपना अलाइव रखें जिससे कि वो सीरियस ना बन जाएं, कैसे हम बच्चों के अंदर पेशेंस डेवलप करें, कैसे हम उनको पॉजिटिव रखें. आई एम अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑल दीज थिंग्स दैट यू टेलिंग आर डेफिनेटली इफ प्रैक्टिस्ड इन द लॉन्ग टर्म, डेफिनेटली बच्चों के अंदर ये सारी क्वालिटीज आएंगी ही आएंगी.
So let me tell you, okay, first of all, let me say that I bow to the medical fraternity and the medical science and the doctors of the world for supporting and serving mankind. Okay? The problem is not with the doctors. The problem is the orientation of medical science and pharma. Where we are, as a system of economy, the way it's driven, that we are made to consume 60 to 70% of medicine which we shouldn't be consuming. But let me tell you one thing, that modern medicine is the biggest boon in SOS.
In SOS, modern medicine is the biggest boon. In sustenance, ancient wisdom traditions is the biggest boon.
It should be, and that's why you are a combination of both. You talk about combination of both, the Ayurveda and the Western practices.
अच्छा, अभी बच्चों को खुश कैसे रखें? आपने कब कब पिछली बार अपने बच्चों को अपने हाथों से गुदगुदी की? मुझे बताइए, कब की? कब अपने बच्चों को अपने हाथ में लिया और उसको एक झूला दिया? कब किया है? कब आपने इतना प्रेम रोज बांटा? इतने रोजमर्रे की जिंदगी में जब वक्त की कसौटी हमें खींचती है, तानती है, तो हम तनाव से भरपूर होते हैं. उस तनाव में हम प्रेम करना भूल जाते हैं. उस तनाव में हम संवेदनशीलता भूल जाते हैं. तो ये सारी चीजें हैं एक रीसेट बटन की.
एक बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग क्वेश्चन आया है मोनिका सक्सेना जी की तरफ से, और उन्होंने ये बोला है कि उनकी जो बिटिया है वो दूसरों को फॉलो करने के चक्कर में कभी-कभी अपनी ही काबिलियत को पहचान नहीं पाती. ये बड़ा फिलोसॉफिकल क्वेश्चन है. डॉक्टर कपूर, हाउ वुड यू लाइक टू आंसर दैट? हाउ डू यू थिंक दैट her daughter can understand her own capabilities?
See, today we have Mickey ji with us. I have answered many times this. I will also like to learn from Mickey ji the right answer.
ठीक है, तो कहीं पर सबकॉन्शियसली, जाने अनजाने में, इनएडवर्टेंटली हम कंपैरिजंस जो करते हैं ना एज पेरेंट्स,
Absolutely.
उसकी जड़ वहां पर है, उसकी नींव वहां पर है. At the same time, you not being fulfilled with child's achievements. I'm not saying complacency should come in. I am saying be fulfilled at every level of child's achievement और उसको प्रोत्साहित कीजिए और रोज की प्रेरणा दीजिए. रोज प्रेरणा. अगर बच्चे को रोज प्रेरणा मिलेगी तो वह अपने आप उसको धक्का लगेगा. धक्का मारने की जरूरत नहीं है, ना उसको खींचने की जरूरत है, ना धक्का देने की जरूरत है. उसको सिर्फ प्रोत्साहित करने की जरूरत है, उसको इंसेंटिवाइज करने की जरूरत है, और उसको इतनी खुशहाली देना. जब बच्चा इतना सा करे तो आप इतनी हैप्पीनेस एक्सप्रेस कर देना उसके सामने.
कंपैरिजन ना किया जाए, ये सबसे बड़ी चीज है.
हाँ, और गिव देम द टूल्स टू एक्सेल. गिव देम द टूल्स टू इंटेलिजेंस, टूल्स टू मेडिटेट, टूल्स टू प्रे, टूल्स टू सिंग, बिकॉज ये सारी हमारी वृत्तियां खोल देता है. So there is a science of neuroplasticity which says that if a child is born with a predetermined genetic disposition, can be completely altered and change the way their genes will behave henceforth. So I'm mastering that science to apply to children so that their growth becomes phenomenally very different from what they brought from parents. Only the pluses will be accentuated and minuses will be kept away and locked down and go down forever. And then additional pluses, building of new memories. So neuroplasticity, epigenetics. So these are some lovely sciences: microbiomes, mind-gut axis, telomeres, telomerase. So these sciences today tell us. Now there's a very good hypothesis come out called polyvagal. Polyvagal hypothesis says that जब ध्यान में, साधना में, प्रार्थना में, खुशहाल हास्य में, संगीत में, जब ज्यादा लोग साथ में गीत गाते हो, संगीत एक संगत बने और जिसमें से संगीत निकले, उसमें हमारी वेगस नर्व की जो कंपन है वो मिलियन टाइम्स बढ़ जाती है, वाइब्रेटरी फ्रीक्वेंसी, और हमारे हैप्पी हार्मोन्स को, एंटीबॉडीज को रिलीज करती है. तो
मैं मिकी आपसे एक चीज शेयर करना चाहूंगी. सॉरी, आपने इतनी बार म्यूजिक का बहुत कनेक्शन दिखाया एक परफेक्ट पर्सनालिटी के लिए या हैप्पीनेस एंड वेल बीइंग के लिए. यू विल बी हैप्पी टू नो दिस ईयर वी हैव स्टार्टेड विद संगीत फॉर ऑल करिकुलम फ्रॉम K to 2. फाउंडेशन नर्सरी KG से 1 and 2 तक फिलहाल स्टार्ट किया है. बच्चे इतना एंजॉय कर रहे हैं उसको, और शुरू से संगीतमय कैसे बनना है, सुरों को कैसे एंजॉय करना है, रिदम को कैसे देखना है, कैसे एंजॉय करना है. So this curriculum we have started, and I'm very happy that you agree and you also suggest that music should be a part of, integral part of all education.
So Malaji, I love you very much, and Director Saab, I love you very much for doing this for your school. You know, meanwhile, in this week, I did a lot of research in Delhi and in and around. And what came out for your school was only praises, praises, and praises. I learned that your faculty is very, very sensitive and very, very loving, very caring. I also learned that the trustees are immensely taking personal interest and doing a lot for the school's development and upliftment. So my gratitude as one of the human beings and one of the parents that yes, of course. Now let me tell you something about Sat Sur. तो सात सुर हमारे 7 चक्रों पे काम करता है. So right from मूलधार to स्वादिष्ठान to मणिपुर, संगीत से क्या होता है, बच्चे निर्भय और अभय बनते हैं. जब बच्चे संगीत में और सत्संग में बैठ के गाते हैं साथ में, तो all hidden fears are weeded out. Their confidence comes up, inhibitions are dropped, confusions give way to clarity, confusions give way to vision, lethargy gives way to creativity and productivity and interest levels. So this is what happens. So मैं जो स्कूल में था, हमारे स्कूल में पहला पौना घंटा असेंबली में हम लोग हिंदुओं की, क्रिश्चियंस की, मुस्लिम्स की, पारसीज की, सिखों की सारी प्रेयर्स करते थे. और कोई ना कोई एक मॉडल विद अ स्टोरी विद अ मॉडल थी. तो 45 मिनट, तो दिस इज माय ओरिएंटेशन. तब जाके आज मैं शायद गुरु बना हूं इसकी वजह से. एंड आज मेरे लिए टीचर्स के लिए एक छोटी सी recommendation है. A true guru is one who allows his students to stand on his shoulders and look beyond.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. That is so true. You'll be happy to know that we in the morning have morning assemblies or lambi assembly hoti hai with stories and with latest news and with some presentation. और उसके साथ क्लास में जब बच्चे जाते हैं, we run the music, we play the music, and in all branches that is the 10 minutes for meditation.
So let me tell you one thing.
बच्चे भी बड़ा अच्छा बैठ के इतना ध्यान लगाते हैं ऐसे करके ज्ञान मुद्रा में, बहुत अच्छा लगता है देखकर उनको.
So let me tell you one thing, that your belief can change your biology. Okay?
Absolutely.
Faith can transform your physiology. Breathing can change your hormonology. Prayers and meditation transform your psychology.
Absolutely.
Now, children's perceptions are not as expanded as ours. Make sure that everything we discuss at home, no negativity is filtered down. Our anxieties of the outside world. कि क्या होगा, वॉर होगी, चाइना मुकाबला करेगा, चाइना कंट्रोल करेगा, और 6 महीने लॉकडाउन रहेगा. No. Now listen to me. The cells don't perceive anything. Cells follow your perception of belief. जब अंदर फेथ होता है, आस्था होती है, तो अंदर स्वास्थ्य अच्छा होता है. सो बच्चों को आस्था में रखना, स्वयं में स्थित रखना, स्वयं में उपस्थित रखना, और आस्था में ग्राउंडेड रखना, और उनको बताना कि हर कोई चीज आसान हो सकती है, अगर आस्था हो तो आसान है.
आपने बहुत अच्छा मैनिफेस्टेशन का टॉपिक यहाँ पर टच किया है कि यही बात होती है कि जो शाहरुख खान ने एक अपनी मूवी में बहुत फेमस डायलॉग कहा था,
किसी चीज को भी इतनी शिद्दत से चाहो, सारी कायनात उसको लग जाए आपको हासिल करने में.
And that is so true. It is manifestation.
हाँ,
That's also very true. I truly believe in this, and I have experienced this in my life.
खुद को कर बुलंद इतना कि हर खुदा तकदीर लिखने से पहले अपने बंदे से पूछे कि बता बंदे तेरी रजा क्या है.
तेरी रजा क्या है. Absolutely.
आपने इतना अच्छा टॉपिक आपने टच किया है. आई एम सो हैप्पी एंड सो ग्लैड दैट यू हैव सेड कि अपने बच्चों को खुश रखने में इस टाइम के लिए सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट ये है कि हम उनको पॉजिटिव रखें.
उम्मीद की किरण दिखाएं रोज, उनको रोज उम्मीद की किरण दिखाएं एंड फीड देम विद गुड न्यूज एवरी डे.
सबसे बड़ी पेरेंटिंग शायद यही है कि हम बाहर की नेगेटिविटी को अपने बच्चों के पास ना आने दें. The filters.
You know, there was one British general. I forgot his name. So he and his wife went out for dinner once and told the governess that we'll be late. And the child was 4, so take care of the child. So they went out for dinner and their home was beach touch. So the governors felt that let's step out for a walk. So they stepped out for a walk, and they sat and they started playing games. So it was 3:34 in the morning, and the governess wanted to answer nature's call. And she went to answer call, and parents looking out for the children, they came from the home, they came to the beach. And the child smiled. So they said, you know, whatever, let's say the name was Jim. He said, hey Jim, what are you doing here? He said, I'm playing. And it was pitch dark. They said, aren't you fearful? He asked, what's fear, mama? पहचान करा के मत देना बच्चों को, कभी डराना मत बच्चों को, उनसे दूर रखना, भय से दूर रखना, निर्भय रखना।
ये पूजा जी ने एक बहुत अच्छी बात बोली है, एक ये माँ की गुहार आप कह सकते हैं इसको। आई एम नॉट श्योर कि हम इसका कैसे आंसर कर पाएंगे, बट उन्होंने बोला है कि ऐसा क्यों होता है कि जो बॉयज होते हैं वो रोज हक करने में झिकझिकाते हैं। that mom wants to get a hug every day from her little boy and she's not able to. I really empathize with her. I'm so happy that she wrote her feelings here.
Psychiatrists have found out very many reasons for that. The biggest reason is that when children are in their adolescence and they're just about to enter preteen, so from adolescence to preteen and pre-puberty to preteen, everything put together, especially boys, when they are taught that fondling with their private organ is pap, it should not be called as pap. Then what happens is they are divided in their mind. See, they should be taught about hygiene and sexual orientation in a very different way. So usko jab paap bolte ho to usne disconnect kar diya नीचे से, नाभि से ऊपर वो अलग इंसान है और नाभि के नीचे वो अलग इंसान है, उसकी पर्सनालिटी स्प्लिट हो गई, तो वो कॉन्शियस हो गया, तो वो अपने फीलिंग्स को बचा के रखने के लिए मां को हक नहीं करेगा। आप साइकोलॉजी समझते हो?
थोड़ी बहुत।
This is one such psychology. Okay? Now, if as parents and children in the family, nudity को कभी भी धिक्कारना मत. Nudity should be normal in the home so that they are not extra curious outside. It should be natural. उसमें कोई टाबू नहीं होना चाहिए. नहाते धोते चेंज करते परिवार है एक साथ में, तब जाके बच्चा will not be super curious about the opposite sex nudity and will not negatively go on that path. Respect will come instead of attraction. Okay, so regard will come instead of growth of lust. All right, and once again, comfort will come instead of guilt. These are the natural processes of growing up in communities. So in communities where everything is natural, people are very relaxed about their nudity, then there is nothing more interesting or curious about it because it's a natural thing.
मैं आपकी बातों से ये समझा हूं कि बच्चे इतने मैलिएबल होते हैं, उनको बहुत सोच समझ के, it is the biggest task that we have as parents to amend the mental well-being of children.
और ये मजेदार भी है. It is fun. It is
shaping someone's life.
ये श्रद्धा एक पूजा के बराबर है. एक बच्चे के साथ इतना वक्त बिताना एक पूजा के बराबर है. एक बच्चे को सींचना एक पूजा के बराबर है. क्योंकि कार्मिक रूप से देखा जाए तो it is of the highest order, the karma of the highest order to nurture the future. To nurture the future is the karma of the highest order, because that will bring the karma of creativity, productivity, vision, love, harmony, growth, evolution, flowers, fruits, sweetness, fragrance.
So we had a wonderful 1.5 hours with you, Mickey ji.
मेरा दिल नहीं भरा है अभी तक. मेरा दिल नहीं भरा.
I'm so happy that you were able to take out time from such a busy schedule. Viewers,
Thanks to Meher Patel and thanks to Satya. They really work. You know, my friends from Delhi from different schools have started calling me, ये क्या कर रहा है तू दूसरी स्कूल के लिए? हमारी स्कूल के लिए क्यों नहीं कर रहा? तो बोला, ठीक है, करो.
And honestly, viewers, आपको मैं बताना चाहूँगा, Mickey ji had another meeting scheduled till 2:58 p.m. And just 2 minutes after, at 3 o'clock, we started sharp this webinar.
No,
And he has been so very, very open about his research and his life.
So I was working with autistic children. I was working with the parents of autistic children from for the last 20 minutes before I started with you.
Wow.
So because, you know, there is a way we can bring about the autistic children and heal them.
Wow.
We can reduce the gap of non-function and dysfunctional behavior to close to normal. So I'm, you know, sir, there's a lot of work I'm doing with children and I enjoy this. Now, my one request to you, Malaji and Sirji, my one request is कि इसकी आप एक अच्छी video clip बनाएं
जी.
और make sure every school of the world this goes to, so that they can, you know, they all can all partake in this and they can learn firsthand. मुझे बुलाने की जरूरत ना पड़े.
I am
Oh,
so
yes.
happy.
That is so sweet. That shows that how open you are.
कम
Because
से कम दिल्ली में हर पेरेंट्स के पास जानी चाहिए, कम से कम दिल्ली में. और आपके इर्द गिर्द जितने भी गांव है, डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स है, टाउन है, tell Meher that it should reach out as a gift from your school to other schools.
that's
It
so
will be a
beautiful.
So what a wonderful thought.
Let me tell my last thing to the parents and teachers that I love you all very much, and the trustees. Thank you for doing a super job. And maybe 10 years later, we will talk again with at least 100 leaders from this school shining globally.
Amen.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Get energized, get maximized, get optimized. Let every child development get naturalized. Let every child growth get revolutionized. Let every child get you hypnotized, mesmerized, internalized, specialized, revitalized to get you Mickey-ized.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mickey ji.
Thank you, God. Thank you, Vishwa. Thank you, God. Thank you.